Alright, bro. Here's the video I promised you. Now, this is how I did my pre-trip. When I did it. Usually, you'll start on the outside. But it's too hot right now where I'm at. So, I'm gonna do the outside one. Either later today, when it cools down, or tomorrow. But, this is where a lot of people mess up. Because it's the interior inspection with the brake test. So basically what you always want to do, you want to start basically how you do everything, from the top to the bottom, right? And you go from side to side. So basically you're going to check the overheads, make sure all your overhead cabinets are closed, locked and secure, the lock's not broken. You'll make sure none of that stuff is up there, and the truck's not up there too. But your mic is securely fastened. Your mirrors are properly in focus where you can see your trailer and your blind spots. It's not bent, cracked, or broken. Your mirror brackets as well, not bent, cracked, or broken. No bolts missing. You know, also make sure you got basically a steering wheel that's a 2-inch play. Make sure your truck's in neutral. Make sure both your brakes are pulled. You're gonna start with the truck in the on position, not turned on the on position. You'll make sure your information gauge cycle. Then when you hit the 3 clicks, you can turn it on. Now, don't mind that because the trailer, yeah, blowing flues. So basically, you're gonna make sure that your air pressure gauge is at 120, right? These ain't, but that's fine. So what you're gonna do, you're gonna do your apply test, right? Your apply test is where you apply the brakes for a minute. You should not use no more than 4 PSI because I have a tractor trailer. Right? Right there, that's a good test, right? So then, you're gonna also do your static test. Now, your static test is basically you sitting, not adding nothing to it, right? You shouldn't lose no more than 3 PSI, which I kind of messed that up. Let's do that again. Static test, you're not supposed to lose no air pressure, right? Once again, you see, no air pressure. So then, you're going to also do your sun visors, right? Windshield, no stars on it bigger than a nickel, right? No cracks. Then you're going to start the truck up. You're going to check your windshield wipers, make sure they're working. Your blinker indicators, make sure they're on the inside. Of course my truck don't want to reget it. Alright, I have to pause this video until my truck finishes regenerating because it's going to be impossible to finish this inspection until it's done. Okay, I'm back. Now that my truck decided to finally finish regenerating. So, all intents and purposes, I'm about to cut it off again. And you're going to do the test again because when you start the truck up, right, you're supposed to go right into your compressor cutout, which is supposed to be around 125, 140, but it cannot exceed 140. So you're gonna cut her off again. Hopefully Rhea acts right this time. Turn the key to the on position. Now the main one you want to worry about is your primary gauge. I know it's kind of dusty. I tried to clean it, but I ain't got the right stuff right now. So this is the one you mainly want to worry about. This is your secondary, and your applied brake pressure is on this gauge over here of my truck. Now, every truck's set up differently, so it's best you know what truck you're in before you actually go. So we're gonna do the apply test. You step on it for about 60 pounds per pressure, which we're doing right now, for 1 minute. And you see, my brakes is good. Then again, look how much. And I got all this, so I don't know if it's actually a different test when you got this. And there you go, that's a good test. So then you're gonna do a static, which you're not supposed to lose no more than 2 pounds of pressure within a minute. So I'm gonna do that. Once again, that's a good test. And then we're gonna start her up. And then you're gonna be waiting for the governor to kick out. And while you're waiting for that, you could keep on doing your pre-trip, or you can just wait if you can't focus, right? Because I know a lot of people fail at the brake test. So if you don't feel comfortable continuing on with the pre-trip, let's go ahead and wait for this to cut out. And like I said, this is how California did it. Because this is where I got my license. Like I said, I did it one shot. I didn't feel nothing. So, as you see, it's now at 110 on my primary. And then 110 on my secondary. Powered by Cummins X15 performance motor, 5 1/4, 1850 torque, 18 speed trans. I'm spoiled. There she go. At 125, she cut out. So then you're gonna go on with your test. You're gonna make sure your defroster blower works. That's very important because your truck will fail. Then you're gonna make sure all your gauges and all your stuff is labeled where you can see what it is. Make sure your flowways work. You'll make sure your city horn and your air horn. Make sure all that works. Like I said, you're gonna check the steering again. Make sure you got less than 2-inch play. Make sure your truck's in neutral. Make sure your clutch has less than 2 inches of play. And then you're gonna do the last test, which would be the governor cut in. So you're gonna pump her down. And you see, well, mine's already cut in. And she cut in exactly at 70 RPM. Like I said, every truck's different, so it's best that you know the truck you're going to take your test in, because mine will cut in like in a heartbeat, because my truck, a lot of stuff run on air. So I'm not saying that, you know, every truck don't, but my truck, I got the air shifter, I got the clutch, I got airbags and all kind of stuff on my drive line. So my governor kicks in like that. And that's about it. You have passed your in-cab inspection as long as you follow those steps. Also, make sure your seatbelt fastens. That's another thing. Usually you do that before you turn on the truck. But I know you probably already got it on. But you're gonna make sure your seatbelt's not broken, fried, or cut, or damaged. Seatbelt latch works properly. That's very important. Everything always properly inspected. No cuts, no frays, and no damage. Basically for everything. Everything you can touch. And that's how you'll pass, man. But this for you, bro. See you on the other side.